What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 3. Once again, phenomenal. You guys probably know what to expect by now. Yeah, another great episode. This time we're focusing on their second and I believe final exam there, which are rescue exercise. Saving people. What every hero, pretty much comes with every hero. If you're gonna be a hero, you should also, how about when you rescue people when shit hits the fan and shit blows up, And also, guys, if you notice during my voice, that's because I'm low-key almost kind of like a sit right now. I've been coughing a lot, so if you still say jump cuts or, hey, that stuff is probably because I'm coughing on my lungs. Anyway, so let's begin. So, starting off, we start with that little post-credit scene we got last week with, the guys up on the top being like, hey, to all who passed, watch this, and, we saw, the area get destroyed and shit blowed up. Where then the announcers announced that your second and final exam is going to be rescue exercises, and they show a bunch of people, including elderly and children, that are in need for you to rescue them. It's a point-based system, so if you beat if you beat the average for it, then you pass. And of course, they're like, elderly and children. They're like, what are they? That's so dangerous. Why are they there? And they say, don't worry, these guys are professionally trained bystanders called the Help Us Company. I mean, in Hero Society, this is kind of normal. You almost kind of expect this. Even the guys are like, there are a lot of. Even Stu was like, there are a lot of jobs out there. Well, Hero Society kind of comes with the territory. Hey, I mean, I guess it helps the economy or whatever, but what the hell do I know about economies? Anyway. So, they announced that, it starts in 10 minutes, so, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do. And so we see some of the guys that are out there, we see some shots of second Best Girl Cammy. I don't know why I've really started saying I like her, because it's like we know much about her personality. We don't even know what her quirk technically is. I mean, we know it's Shakespeare, but they haven't fully announced it like they usually do, so I don't know. I mean, it's because she's kind of crazy, and I guess that my favorite female wrestler is AJ Lee, so I guess I could like CM Punk. I low-key dig crazy chicks, but not toga crazy. That's just straight psychopath. I don't fuck with that kind of crazy. No, sorry. No. Anyway, so we see a lot with Uraraka throughout the early part of the episode with her, really with her kind of conflicting feelings. I guess that's what it is, because. She's like, why? Because, throughout this first part, we see, Deko's pretty much, we got Sero, same guy. The dude is over there snitching on Deku. He's like, he telling Mita, hey, Mita, you see that girl from, I also forget what their school is. You see that girl over there? The one with the hat? If you're going to tell me she's hot, I already know. I've been watching her since we got here. Okay, Mita. Looking kind of Sakura-ish, but whatever. I mean, that's you, Mineta. You do you. Unless it's illegal, you do you. I swear, how the hell does this man get into this school? I mean, I get it, his quirk is, really powerful and it's used powerful, but at the same time, look, the man's a massive perv. I mean, I like Mineta. I'm sure we all like Mineta, low-key, at the very least, because, we're all pervs in our own way. I mean, we do watch anime. Anyway, so, they're like telling, Deku, that girl over there? Yeah, Deku saw her naked, and then the minute saw her naked, and then they talk to Deku, and then they go straight over to Deku and start yelling at him, shaking him down. They're like, "Oh my God, how dare you smooth-talking bastard! How dare you get this knock out Deku? What is your secrets?" And they're just yelling at the man, and Deku's like, "What the hell is going on?" Like that, I think no, my man's trying to defend himself, but Kaminari and Mayasa, they ain't having it. They're still going at Deku, and it takes them a while before them to finally let up and leave our boy alone. And actually, while this is going down, they look at Cammy a couple times, and she's straight up waving, and then just adds to Mineta's and Kaminari's anger as they keep yelling, and oh, she's waving at you. How far have your relationship gone? How far have you gone, Deku? And he's like, no, it's not like that. She's super scary. And then we get to see, and this is like we'll see Uraraka, where she's like, why does she feel so stirred up? So it seems like Uraraka still isn't complete. Maybe I'm misreading the situation. Maybe I'm misreading this a little bit, but it seems that either Uraraka is still not 100% about her feelings that she does like Deku, because maybe it is because I know we did, because a couple weeks back, before this arc began, we did see that one more where Uraraka was like watching Deku out the window, and the no music played. So either she's still not 100% on it, or this is just so new to her that she doesn't really know what the hell to do. That's my theories right now. I mean, probably Chiyo will probably have some better explanations than this, and when his review drops. But yeah, and then right when she's about to talk to Deku, the bell rings, and I'm like, saved by the bell. And so, so then the second operation comes in, the building beneath them, and actually, one other thing I actually want to tell before we begin on what happened next. We actually see, right before they're about to leave, they get introduced, actually, the guys of the new, Shogun-ki? No, that's not Shogun-ki, that's Food Wars, at the academy. We see the dude that's just, complete hair, just nothing but hair, actually apologizes to Bakugo for, what's his name's action for, of course, acting like he was superior to them and be like, I will take care of you, Bakugo, the guy that uses his arms as, the church building the meatballs, that guy. He apologized for him, and then they take the leave, and actually, as we saw a couple weeks back, we saw that Inuyasha actually threw Todoroki this look, and so Todoroki wants to know what the hell's going on. He's like, hey man, did I do something to you? And he's like, your eyes, they're the same as Endeavor's son, and then he leaves. Which I feel like this is probably referencing the shot in the OP where we see Endeavor turn into Todoroki. Now I'm really curious on where this is gonna lead. I don't know if this has something to do with the Endeavor revival arc or redemption arc. I guess you say that's happening in the manga right now, or something completely different. But and actually, when I rewatch, I mean their eyes are kind of similar, but I don't think. But I'm really curious on what he not really means by it. Does he mean he has the same drive as Endeavor? Because we know Todoroki is not as much of an asshole as Endeavor. We know that much is clear. So that does interest me. Like I said, probably my man Chibi will probably have some answers to these questions that this episode has brought up. And so everyone's on the move. They're all running around, trying to save these people. We got hey, you actually pretty much stays by together. So while the other guys, do their own separate things. And, Bakugo's running, and then he notices that Kaminari and Kirishima are following. He's like, "Why are you following me, you damn extras?" He's like, "Because we feel like it." I'm like, I love these guys. These three, I love them. So then while they're running, Deku actually hears something where he hears the little kid screaming. So the kid's like, "Oh, my grandpa's crazy." He's like, "Oh crap, this is bad." He's like, "What? What was that? Minus points!" And the look of Deku's he's like, "Wait, what?" And so he starts lecturing pretty much that even though we also see other guys, taking care of their own things. We also see, the hair guy, Moda, I believe his name is. His quirk is, extend their hair. He can pretty much just, manipulate his hair well to, destroy shit. And so, he's pretty much talking to him about, that while you guys are here, like they said before, the police and the fire department are not here, so you guys have to exercise. Authority while here and make it as smooth as possible when they show up. And he's also telling me and pretty much he's pretty much just telling when and he's like what you said oh crap, this is bad. No, he's pretty much telling when they're all injured, they're pretty much and they're scared shitless. So you over there also being not being calm, cool, and collected. It's not helping them in the slightest. So it's pretty much just tell them really just don't show any fear. Really just show that you are calm, cool, and collected. And Deku said previously, rescue them with a smile on your face and assure them that everything is going to be okay and you're not gonna die here. And so after Deku realizes this, he slaps himself and he's like, "Alright, I have to put my all into this. This is all to lead towards my dream, of course, become the #1 hero, yada 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 yada. You guys already know that by this point." So he's like, it's fine. And then the dude looks at him. Then we just stare at him for a good couple seconds before he's like, "Ah!" I was like, that actually threw me off a little bit, and I was suddenly just swapped back into character. And so Deku's like, don't worry, everything's okay. He tells the guys, go ahead, I'll take care of this. He grabs the kid and, starts running off to, the medical area, which, what's his name, do the vibe that has the quirk of vibrate and already set it up, we saw earlier on. And then we get back to Uraraka. And like I said, the shot composition here, ooh. Studio Bones, you guys did a great job with the shot composition. Because ooh, those shots. Anyway, we see that we see where Urara's like, what am I doing? I have to, and then we get these flashbacks. 3 points in season 2 and season 3. When Aoyama said, is it because you like him? In season 2, when Mina said it's love in season 3 a couple episodes back, and of course back in the beginning of season 3 when Togo was like, there's someone you like, right? That crazy, yeah. And she's like, I gotta put this feeling aside. She said, like, I have to put my all into this just as much as Deku because he looks like, she also how she thinks Deku looked cool when he was putting his all into to, achieve his dream, and that she needs to work hard, put it all into it. She needs to put this feeling, and then she says, I need to put this feeling aside. I'm going to put this feeling aside. So, like I said, I still don't understand. I feel like it's, after watching that, I feel like it's more like she's still not 100% on it. Judging from the way how they're showing the flashbacks, either that or, like I said before, she just doesn't know what to do really, because like this is just so new to her that she probably just doesn't know what the fuck to do. It's one of those times, but I feel really more towards that she's still not 100% on it. Like judging from that they picked those 3 scenes in particular as flashbacks. Anyway, so she runs up back to the other guys. We then see Inuyasha. He's over there, like he's using his wind to bring the guys, bring these 2 elderly people up in the wind, and they're like, this is. And then the guys are like, part of the thing, like saying this is sloppy, but they don't realize that how he's using that. Inuyasha is using many different types of wind to keep the debris from the guys, from the actual bystanders, so they don't get hurt. But they're still saying it's sloppy! Minus points! And so the entire guy tells like, man, that with all this debris all over the place, your wind is not really, could end up like, damaging, so he ends up not using it and just grabs them. They're like, sloppy! Minus points! I was like, I just love all the way they just scream at them. They're like Gordon Ramsay yelling, rule! It's fucking rule! Over here looking like Gandhi's flip-flop! So we see we actually got Inuyasha, like when he catches both of them, he's like, and they yell, Slappy! And look at Inuyasha's face is hilarious. We actually see Shinskara, I believe the guy that actually ended up not passing last week. He started talking like, Inuyasha doesn't have the experience, or it's too obvious, or all this other stuff. And he's like, and the dude's like, saying next to him is like, you don't realize you're the one that didn't pass, right? He's like, yes, I know. And he actually talks about, and next to the guy sitting next to us, he talked about how he was. It seems like he is actually influenced by Stain a little bit, and he's like, absurd. And he goes on about how with the fundamentals of Stain, the retirement of all, which actually it's actually something I haven't talked about at all in these reviews. Is actually really what Stain's impact had in season 2 has really had on the rest of Hero. Like, even if we never see Stain again, like he's locked up and then we never see him again, All For One doesn't end up breaking him out of jail or some shit. It's still like it's almost like kind of like what happened with the boss in Metal Gear Solid 3. With even though she died, her impact she had on the rest of the series was very clear and obvious. So it kind of works a little bit here with like now. Like, you can really see, like, how, of course, like, Shin Sakura was talking about how, they wanted to get rid of the riffraffs. They wanted to get rid of the not true heroes. The guys that are really just in for the money. The Mount Lady types. Because, like, let's be honest. If Mount Lady went through the same exam that Deku's going through, she wouldn't pass. Because, yes. Because it's so obvious she's in for money. Now, yes, she has had her moments of heroism, like in season 3 when she helped out, when she helped out with All For One. But that's really about it. The rest of the time, she's just really doing it for the money and the fame, in all honesty. So yeah, listen, because she was there when Deku was doing the test, and the test was like this, where less than it was only like 100 people would pass, and not the 50% that Monomo was talking about a few weeks back. She wouldn't pass because she's not a real healer. She's just in there for the money. Well, she has had her moments of heroism, but she's not a real hero. I'm sure we can all agree on that Mount Lady is not a true hero. I mean, we can all agree on that. And so yeah, he talks about that and how yes, but don't let negativity and hatred and all that shit cloud your judgment, because otherwise you won't win. Blah 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 blah. You get to the point. And so we actually then get back, in which the stuff with Stain's definitely Stain's definitely probably one of my favorite Hero Aka characters, just because I always thought he looked cool. His design was cool, and his overall impact down the series is really even though he was a villain, he still was he was more like And he's more like an anti-hero and all, than a straight-up villain because, well, yes, he does kill. His reason for killing is that he wants to get rid of the fake heroes, the fakes that are just in it for the money and the fame. And he wants, heroism to be returned back to its former glory, to like where there's more All Might and less Mount Ladies, So yeah, the kind that and of course they've seen it throughout season 3 with the tasks and how it's like only 100 people are passing now instead of about 50%, which is what I'm assuming it used to be. So then we get back to Uraraka, Momo and the crew. Momo's notices these other guys. This one dude held by these that's under under this rebel. There's these two pieces of debris that's holding that, so they're just by their balancing each other so it doesn't crush them, just by sheer. And Uraraka comes rushing towards them, be using her cord to lift the debris up so that they can grab it. And he's like, oh, should we get points it off of that? And then Momo conjures up I don't even know what this thing pretty that stops her in her tracks to actually a stop on it, which I swear that was just for comedic effect. Also, and then he tells look up, how the beams, how the debris is only held itself and balances out by sheer luck. If we do anything, it's going to crash and probably kill the dude. So Momo creates these steel beams and has Sero and the sugar guy tape it up and put some extra debris holding in place so that Uraraka can use her quirk to get the guy out. So she uses her quirk on these little pieces of debris to grab him, and throws him over to the other guys just so they can help save him. It also talks about how the dude that's actually being rescued talks about how that there's not you need that pretty much that you need to keep you have to stay efficient. You need to that the plan isn't terrible, but it's not really that great either because that's when there's not enough people here rescuers to rescue the people, so that they need to make sure everything is as efficient as possible. So if you just if you just try to do it all by yourself, you're just going to be losing time. So you need to pretty much work together with others and divide and conquer essentially. And make sure that everything's efficient, but there's still a lot of wasted effort here. Because as we see Menata, Tenya, and the other guys are pretty much just sitting there. They're not really doing much. So then they decide to, of course, divide and conquer. Sue with Todoroki and Toru end up going to the riverside because Sue, she's a frog. She works better than that. Mina is going to work with Koda and some other guys, where they can get to where he can use his, call up its animals. And Menata is going to go with Tenya and the arm guy, I forget his name honestly, to do whatever they gotta do. So then they take away. They tell Momo that hey guys, we're going this way, and then she's like, okay. Tells Jiro to make sure that she uses her earphone jacks, to see if she can hear anyone else. She's like, yeah, I'm on it. So then we get to the next one, which is Bakugo, because when we see him. Because we get all these next people about in the mountain range. They're like, help! And we see this boot. I immediately recognize that was Bakugo's boot. And my man Bakugo says, our boy says, save yourselves! Coming there, kids are like, what? Come on, man, stop! And they're like, oh wait, he's kind of right. I mean, we only have minor injuries. We're kind of if there was a regular, these guys need to save first, these are top priority and not these would be the lower priority levels of the bison need to be saved. And so he's like, do you know that from an instant? But he was like, but that voice was inappropriate. Minus point. And the look, Jesus. The look Bakugo gives them, oh my god, they would say that they probably shit themselves. He's like, what did you say? The look, oh my god, that look on Bakugo's face. Oh man. So then we go to the others, other guys see what they're up to. We actually get to Menata and Tenya, where the guy with the dude with the arms, I forget his name. I think it was Seiji or something along those lines. Yeah, he's I hear someone, and then Tenya goes after him and runs. And this really just shows you how much character value he has. Well, we saw this a little bit last week when he was talking about, even if the rest of the guys have passed as their class representative, that's good. I want to help out everyone I can. We see they actually we have to see while he's running, he's talking about even if this was an exam, I would still go out of my way to save these people, save as many lives as I can, because that's what my brother would do. Which shows you the character, which shows I like it. I always thought he was pretty cool. But after having season 2, I definitely liked him a lot more after he realized about what it means to really be a true hero. Sacrificing yourselves, even if save someone's life, and even if you have to risk your life doing it. That really just shows you how much, it also shows the impact Satan has really had on the series in general. Oh, we also actually see the guys remember, like, that they should probably work together with the other schools to, of course, save people they life. So we see this one guy, he's like looking under this debris, and like it's really dark under there. He's like, oh man, it's a little dark. And then Aoyama comes in and he's like, your future is bright with my sparkle, and he ends up like sending his like beam up in the sky so that he can see where the hell is, so he can see what's down there. And then while it's all going down, we see these guys, coming out there and like talking about like, and we see our be like, everyone's doing it right, but this wouldn't be as straightforward as it would be. So they're like, so a hole blows up in like the walls there, and we see these guys, including a pro hero, Gang Orca, and their job is pretty much to pretty much distract or make their jobs pretty much harder by also to have the heroes multitask, because along with having to save these people, you gotta take care of these guys as well. So which from the way Aizawa Sama looks like this is the first time they've actually done it, where it talks about that if this is even hard for a pro, they're going this far for the personal exam, which Jed, like I said, shows you the impact State had, how they really want real heroes getting these licenses. They don't want fake heroes that are just in it for the money. They want more All Mights, more. Actually, I really can't think of anyone else besides All Might that are true heroes. I mean, I'm sure there's others, but like maybe Best Genius is probably another one. We have seen that with Best Genius, how he like sacrifices. Like, by the way, did he die? Anyway, whatever. That's a different story. But yeah, we want more heroes that are willing to risk their lives and go the extra yard to save people. And let's be like about they're just in it for the money. So. The guys go there, and they also talk about how he's like the Grand Orca. He's actually in the top 10 heroes, and actually he's in like the third-ranked third-ranked heroes that look like villains. Which you look at the dude, he looks like a villain. Actually, when I saw this in the OP, I actually thought the dude was a villain. Shigaraki came back, and he was like, hey, Shigaraki came back, and he had these guys send him out to take care of these guys. Because like we also shot Shigaraki in the OP, but now these guys are heroes. These guys are all pro heroes trying to just to really show their true colors and show you who are really the real heroes out of all of you. He says like will you run or protect? Will you like fight or run? Will you will you run or hide? Will you run or stay? Will you fight or protect? Yada 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 yada. Which is where the episode ends. So, but we also saw the preview for next week, and it's a fucking filler episode. Like, completely all filler. Why? Because, okay, this isn't the first time Hero Walker said filler. We've seen them done filler 3 times. Oh, this will be the 3rd time. We saw them do it back in Season 2 when the episode focused on Sue. During while everyone was going through their hero internships, that's the word I was looking for. Internships. Their hero internships. We also saw that a little bit a few weeks back with the stuff with Momo. Which I'll be honest, I kind of feel that was filler because one episode did feel a little off. It felt different than the usual Hero Walk episodes. But this is all filler. Right when shit hits the fan. Now this is the first time I've seen an anime that's done this. Because Bleach, well I love Bleach, did the same thing in the Soul Society arc. Back like right after Ichigo had a fight with Renji, like when they first got into the Soul Society. Like literally, it gets to this feel like the next episode where like right when the shit hits the fan, they're bleeding and you're like, oh shit, like who's did Reggie die or something? Like what's gonna go down? The next episode was like literally back into the land of living where it was focused on Conring, Yuzu, and the guy goes, Like, I mean it was fine, but I was like, why would you put it there? Do it at like an end of an arc. Like if you're gonna do filler, at least do it like around the end of the arc, or at least have it really serve a purpose in the main story, which is what the previous 2 filler episodes have done. The Sue episode showed Sue what she was doing while on her internship, and the stuff with Momo was showing what Momo and the others were doing while they were working on the first exam. This is completely filler and looks like it has no bearing on the overall story because we see in the preview we see them actually at UA in their uniforms with All Might. So and the title's called "Saving the World with Love," which I'm like, it sounds kind of cringy, but. Knowing Studio Bell's track record with filler, it'll probably still end up being good, but at the same time, still like, did you really have to put it here? You couldn't stay for like, I don't know, the last episode? Or like at the or like maybe, I don't know, before, this arc began? Because this kind of destroys the pacing. But whatever. I mean, I'm still like, about it, but knowing Studio Bones' track record with filler, and also Hero Walker's track record in general with filler, it'll probably still end up being pretty good. Because Bones has had a pretty good track record with filler, with Hero Walker. And, yeah, I mean, it'll probably end up being better than the Planet Pod for shit that wasn't super. Man, that arc was garbage. Anyway, so yeah, so overall, this episode a 9 out of 10. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you subscribe if you're new. Follow my screen, leave those rocks below. As always, come back for more. See you guys next time.